the most complex one that will certainly need to be unpacked. We have to deal with the donor priority and the partnership. We have the geographical, issues come up as a principle that we have to really take into account.
It's the way we operate. We have too many, between UN Environment and MEAs, to the country, these are all environment. And they contribute to all these MEAs and everything. So they are like, why do we have to still contribute to UNEP? So it's a whole question of principle. That has nothing to do with actually the way they see our work.
Or with our client to understand. And we never understood why they don't contribute to the Environment Fund. Can I suggest that we do a kind of survey or something with those countries to understand if they understand, one, our role, two, if they understand the value added of this, our office. I know it's not easy. We have to be very careful in engaging in that process.
We are here in Naivasha at the retreat of the staff of UN Environment Africa Office. This is a 2-day gathering of 60 staff members, ranging from management team staff members, professionals, general support staff. As an organization, as a team, as an office, you want to step back from time to time to assess the result achieved, the progress made, but also to identify delivery gaps, to rethink yourself, to rethink the organization, and to develop and implement a transformative agenda. This is why we're here today. But we are not doing that in isolation of the global and the regional context. In fact, over the last 2 decades, we've seen a qualitative change in the international order. The multilateralism is becoming more and more vulnerable. And this is affecting also the Africa region in one way or another. According to the former Executive Secretary of the UN Economic Commission for Africa, there are five mega trends that are becoming visible and that also affecting what we could be doing in Africa. The first one is the financial and economic regulatory framework failures. The second one is the lack of decisive solution on the issue of climate change, aggravated by the consumerism society patterns. The third is the transformation of the peacekeeping concept. The fourth is the demographic trends, increased mobility, and last but not least is the power of the new technologies that are really changing our lifestyles and our value systems.
Has been a very meaningful retreat for me as a facilitator, And of course, our desire is for the team to learn and to be transformed, and at the same time to have fun. For us to be able to clearly define solutions and to move forward, we had to diagnose where our challenges are. But of course, also celebrate our pockets of excellence as we identify our pockets of mediocrity, so that we can be able to improve. You cannot be able to treat a disease unless you know the root cause. And again, you cannot just treat the symptoms, because the symptoms are just what is visible, but underneath and underlying are the root causes that actually creates the symptoms, which is the actual disease that you want to treat. We were able to cover delivering as one at organizational level and cast very clearly what our strategic priorities, because when there is lack of clarity, then everybody will be running around but they're not achieving the desired results and the impact. Therefore, it was good for us to clarify what are the priority areas. Then we went ahead to cover delivering as a team, which is also very important because individuals make teams and teams make organization. The way teams collaborate and partners to deliver as one is very, very important. If a team is disjointed, they don't have shared values and vision and clarity of their high-level goals, and then of course accountability at the level of every individual member of the team, then there will be execution breakdown. The execution breakdown is the inability to take high-level goals, whether from organizational level, and deliver them at team level and front lines. It's also the inability to take team goals and translate them into action at the individual level and at results level. So what we were looking for is just moving from not just the process of identifying what we need to achieve and then what are the inputs and the process and the output, but also what are the results and the desired outcomes and impact, because we are here to actually execute on high-level goals that create impact for our clients, countries and partners that we partner with as a regional office of UN Environment. Moving forward, of course, we have to look at things like culture and what it takes for us to be an agile organization that is able to continue renewing and innovating and becoming relevant and contextual. That requires ability to change and to institutionalize change management, not just as a project, but as an institutional capability. And so therefore, we are looking at moving forward from the retreat then and implementing the action plans from the retreat and following them up with more engagement. And we look forward to a transformed organization and a high-performing institution.
The Africa Office retreat was amazing. It was wonderful. The facilitator was very insightful. She got our issues very well. She helped us narrow down our goals. It was a very, very inspiring retreat. We hope for future retreats to be the same and even better. The social night was wonderful, obviously. We had a good time. And I just hope that after the retreat, we'll go back and actually implement everything that we'll have set out, and that it will help us deliver as one Africa Office, and that all the staff members will come together as one to have good teamwork, help each other. And as we did the blindfold game, I hope that we all will be able to trust each other and give each other good instructions. We also want to thank the retreat committee. They did a very wonderful job getting the facilitator, organizing this wonderful retreat, ensuring that we were all comfortable. It was very welcome, and we ask that they be given another year to do this for us, and we're forever grateful to them. Thank you.
This retreat has been a great learning opportunity for me because I've gotten to learn a lot, not only about how to interact with other team members, but also what the entire UNEP and environment mandate is and how to strengthen the mandate in delivering as one in our projects. Some of the few things that stand out from the teamwork is, number one, we should work together in delivering our duties and responsibilities, and the best way to do it is through information sharing. Once we share information to others, it shows how visible our programs are, and in this way we'll deliver not only our mandate but also the UN Environment mandate in general. Also, another thing that stands out is that open communication between employees creates a lot of effective way of delivering our work in the office and also in delivering our duties and responsibilities. Apart from that, we also had a very nice social event that made people interact well, and it really opened up how people relate with each other, and I hope this is going to be implemented well when we get back to the office. Thank you very much.
The last 2 days that we've been here at, in Naivasha for the retreat have been very exciting, very enlightening. And in particular, I've enjoyed the manner in which the sessions were conducted, where we got to break out in different groups and discuss different topics. Interchanging the members in the groups helped in also breaking the monotony, giving me a chance to interact with members of staff that I've previously not had the opportunity to interact with or work with. And I must say it's been an eye-opener, learning different personality types and also picking from the content of what we are supposed to focus on. Important things that struck me from the different types of exercises is looking within. And I think something that we can all take back with us is also to apply the emotional intelligence tips that we've received even in our lives outside the office, which also makes us more productive when we come to the workplace. I'll conclude by thanking the management and the committee and team that was responsible for putting this together. I know it took a lot of time, a lot of strategizing, resources as well, and that was a good job. It was well thought through, and thank you very much. And I hope that we'll take what we've agreed on forward to make the Africa office better and stronger.
For me, it has been an eye-opener in the sense that there are times when you stay with people and you don't really know them until you get to an environment like this one, when people have some form of freedom, some degree of freedom, and it makes them be who they are. So it was a good opportunity, even a motivator for the people to really feel they are in a free environment where they can express themselves without any fear, without having to think or to rethink their words. I sincerely hope that what we have taken from here, especially in terms of respecting one another, regarding each other highly, we shall take it back to the office, because that basically will enhance how we work together. Thank you very much.
The retreat was very successful because we were able to discuss subjects that are very important to our delivery as an office, and I believe that we will find ways to make things work better in the future. And beyond that, this retreat was also a very good opportunity to discover colleagues in a different light. So I discovered that some of us are very good speakers, some are very good dancers, and I think this new proximity will allow us to have a better working environment, because we know the people we are working with and who they are outside of the office.
I can positively say that in all the retreats that I have attended in over the last 10 years, this is by far the most productive and the most focused that I've had the privilege to attend. I can say that at a personal and a professional level, I have really come to value the content and the planning that went into this particular retreat. And I see that going forward, if all colleagues take into consideration the lessons that we have brought from this retreat, that we will go back to the office being better individuals, better teammates, and more effective teams. I would like to thank the management for the foresight to have this event put together. And I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to the organizers and the facilitator, who has been very rich in content, very knowledgeable, and has brought us from a place of no engagement at all to a space where we feel comfortable expressing ourselves and being objective about why we're here. So thank you very much, and let's all be great together.
For me, this has been one of the best retreats ever. It was well organized. The discussions were very candid and honest. And I trust that everyone will change their attitudes and that will take in what we have learned, and that will make the office a better place and more comfortable and conducive for everyone. What I would like to request is for sustainability of what we have taken home from here. Thank you.
The retreat was very successful in that most of the colleagues who were not enlightened on management issues have come to learn about them. We hope there will be better collaboration, better teamwork, better communication, and we'll be able to deliver on the program of Africa. We hope that in all the programs that we will be able to collaborate with each other, and that we are now more sharp in what we need to do, and we already know our priority, what is our priorities. We hope to be able to deal with all the burning issues at the office and to be able to come up with solutions ourselves, because we are the solutions.
First, I would say that this retreat came in at a very timely time. It's halfway through the year. We have done a lot of work at the beginning, and coming here at the middle of the year to just reflect and find out what are the gaps that we experienced in our delivering was very timely. What we've experienced at the retreat was very good because it was facilitated in such an out-of-the-box approach, and I think we've been able to gain a lot of mileage. We now know how we're going to take it to the next level, particularly towards who our clients are and our stakeholders, to be able more to deliver according to their needs and their expectations and their priorities. We believe that based on what we have just experienced at the retreat, teamwork is going to be enhanced, and not just teamwork, but also individual efficiency to deliver towards our common goal, which is Africa Office mandate.
About the Africa Office Retreat 2018, to be honest, I was a little skeptical at the beginning, having gone to previous retreats and not having a lot of the recommendations implemented. But this retreat has been quite different. It has had external facilitator, which has made it quite interesting and informative. And I am hoping that the recommendations that we get from this retreat will be implemented. Some of the things I learned about teamwork, being a good leader, being a good follower as well as personal management, and how to manage your emotions so you can be a better leader and inspire vision into other people. The most interesting part, I would say, was the social event last night, which was quite interesting. We get to learn a lot about people in this kind of events and do a lot of team building, also meet some of our colleagues in the outposted offices and finish up some issues in a more comfortable social environment. In general, the retreat has been very good. I would like to thank the organizers of the whole event, the specific events like the social event. Very well done, and thank you.
Working for the Africa office, I think we are dealing with a number of countries, and normally along the way there are so many challenges and opportunities, and this retreat has given us an opportunity to reflect on what we've been able to achieve and also to look at what have been some of the challenges. So it's an opportunity for self-reflection, renewal, and to basically strategize on how we can move forward and better deliver to the member states. So I think it is a good opportunity also to come together as a team and be able to interact, brainstorm, exchange ideas, and basically come together as a family and see how best we can move forward to better serve our member states. We would like to thank the team leaders, that's the regional director and deputy regional director, also to thank the retreat team that was able to put this together. And we had an excellent facilitator who has really helped us to go through all the issues in an open manner, and all the participants. I mean, this could have not worked out, and we could have not had all these excellent results if all the team members who are not cooperative and all that, and also the hotel for the excellent facilities that were available to us, which has enabled us to be able to go through these 2 days and come up with very excellent results. And obviously, the next big challenge or the next big step is how then we implement what we've come up with. This will be more important in terms of being able to move forward.
Something important that we've learned during this retreat is also the crucial need to balance our work with our personal life. And the event we had in the evening, we call Africa event, was an opportunity to really discover how the staff member out of the office can really be happy. If this happiness can be brought in the office where we spend the most of our time, I think it will be something that will energize the team, and we can really reduce misunderstanding, and we can strengthen the relationship. We can build trust amongst us, and all that will contribute to, foster the teamwork, and of course, our performance, effectiveness, and efficiency.
The success of this retreat has been a result of the collective actions of many actors that have made it very successful. We also know that where there is no involvement, there is no commitment. And we saw the involvement of every member of the team, making it a success through active and visible participation and observing the rules of engagement. So well done to everyone.
First of all, let me thank the facilitator for your leadership. Your leadership style is a combination of a servant leader, participative leader, situational leader, and charismatic leader. This has been really critical for this high-level productivity of the retreat. Thanks a million, Mary. Let me also thank all coordinators, team members. Special thanks to the head of field offices. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support and your contribution. And of course, special thank to Frank, who coordinated all this. Thank you, Frank. We are all of agreement that we need, as an organization, as a team, to step back from time to time to assess the result achieved, the progress made, but also to identify the delivery gaps and develop and implement a transformative agenda. We found critical to clarify our strategic priorities, taking into account both global and regional trends and the opportunities and challenges. We all agree that we need to be more focused to be able to create greater impact. We all are of agreement that for us to be effective and efficient, we need to come together as a team and improve team performance, personal effectiveness, and workplace and culture. This retreat is very timely because it's happening at a precise moment when the discussions on UN reforms and internal reforms at UN environment are going on. As we've heard several times during the retreat, we can only focus on what we can control. If we are effective in delivering at Africa office, then we will be able to influence external factors. The biggest beneficiary of this retreat is me, Mary, because we all know that learning occurs only when you can challenge your biases. I think this retreat provides me a great opportunity to learn, and I'm really grateful. Yes, we have achieved good results during this retreat, but the most important will be how we implement the transformative agenda. Mary, you are a victim of your own success. We will look for you when it's needed, because we are confident that you will really help us to transform our office in an effective way. I hope our colleagues who meet for the first time with colleagues of other offices were able to interact, and that's also our family will be strengthened, and we will build more relationship amongst others. Thank you for the event yesterday, where we discovered good dancers and singers. And this event really tells us what you mentioned today, the need to really balance our personal with our professional, with our personal life. I think it is important. We spend most of the time in the office. If we can really be happy in this office, while also keeping in mind that we are accountable for the work we are doing, we can be effective in being happy. We just don't need really to this kind of misunderstanding that we can really avoid. To be really, we can repeat all these events, even at a small scale, or find a way to make our own team really happy and be motivated to deliver. On this note, I would like to really wish a safe trip back home to all of you, and well-deserved great weekend to all of you. Thank you.